What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Monday, everybody. Here I come. Give me a second. Here I come. Ugh. Getting myself together, child. All right. Happy Monday. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Let me get my light on. Whew. Sure. All right. Let me do my roll call and we're going to get into some things. I can't wait. I heard the sad news about Olivia Newton-John. Cancer sucks. Oh, no, but may she rest in paradise. Yeah, we're going to talk about, Hey, Sam J. What's up, Diamond Pearl? I am packed and ready to go. Yes. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Lemon Kush. What's up, Abby? Hey, Earl. How you doing? Hey, what's up, Miami? Hey, Lovely 32. Diva Wine. My boo. Miss Sharon, Miss Bay Thing. Hey, Andrea. How you doing? Dominic. Hey. Hey. Is that everybody? Okay. Let me share it out, and then we're going to get this party started. Whew. Ooh, Abby, you know the one thing I have not done yet, though? Ooh. I'm going to do that when I get off of here. I have a couple of, housekeeping things to do, as far as, just to make sure I took care of everything. But as far as, packed and stuff, my suitcases are packed. I was greasing my scalp before I went live. I didn't realize that was... Sorry, y'all. I didn't realize that. I was greasing my scalp. Yeah, so I have to... The only thing I have left to put together is my carry-on. I know I told you I carry a book bag. So I have everything that needs to go in the book bag. I just haven't packed the book bag yet. But I'm going to do that when I get off of here. And then I have a couple of housekeeping things I need to take care of. I haven't called the bank yet. I called my credit cards, but I haven't called the bank yet. So that kind of stuff that I still haven't done. Everything else though, I pretty much did. Yeah. I've been out all day running errands. I've been out all day running around and running errands. So I came home and laid down for a little while. That's why I'm still trying to get myself together because I fell asleep. What's up, Miss Sharon? Hey, Cookie. I can't because you said 7 days equals 7 outfits. Listen, 7 days equals 7 outfits for me. I don't know about y'all, but I took 7. Okay, so I packed 7 outfits. And I also packed 3 dressy outfits. So I kind of packed, I guess altogether, I packed about 10 outfits. And I ended up with 3 bathing suits, 2 cover-ups for my bathing suits. I got 6 pairs of shoes. I'm good. I'm good. And worst case scenario, I end up having to buy something while I'm there, but I'm good. Shoot, Abby, remember I came back with stuff with tags on it from Puerto Rico. I always overpack. Please know that I start off with, okay, I'm going to take 7 outfits. I always overpack. I have more than enough. I promise you I do. I have 2 suitcases full of clothes. I'm good. I am good. Yeah. So my members got to help me pack. We packed yesterday. My members got to help me pack. Tracy, thank you, Tracy, for sending me the memo of what I said I needed out loud to make sure I didn't forget because I wasn't writing any of it down while we were packing. They helped me edit down. They gave me suggestions. Okay, but you can't travel without options. I got 7 days worth of options. Listen, y'all had me confused with somebody else. Y'all had me confused with somebody else. But yeah. Oh, shoot. The one thing I did forget to pack. I did forget to pack something. Damn it. I gotta remember. A pair of jeans. I always travel with a pair of jeans, and I do not have a pair of jeans. I need to grab a pair of jeans. I'm looking over there because I got clothes right there, but no, none of my jeans are right there. I I think all my jeans are hanging up, and that's why I forgot to pack them, because all the clothes I had set aside to like options to take, jeans were not in there. But anyway, all right, it's good. Hey Tracy, I'm good. Contemplating doing a couple of shifts at the paint because adulting is ghetto. Listen, okay. Write it down so I don't forget. I put it. Hold on. I have this memo, this list of things that I've been remembering. I'll put it on this list so I don't forget. A lot of the stuff on this list I can delete because I've done most of it. Oh no, I didn't do that. Shit, I got a lot of stuff on here I haven't done. But this is like I said, this is like housekeeping type stuff I need to take care of. But there's a lot of stuff on here I haven't done. Okay, let's get this party started. My flight is at 6:30 tomorrow. It's at 6:30 tomorrow. So I have, I don't have to be rushing in the morning. So it's 6:30 in the morning. Yeah. So, hey, Lady Libra, how are you, love? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you are well. Yes, good to see you. But anyway, so thank you all that helped me pack yesterday. Thank you, everybody, for your suggestions and everything. Now, you be all right. You will be all right. Let's get into some things. Now, we had some things. We had some things going on. We had some stuff happening that I just don't really care that much about. But first of all, let me start off with Arrest in Paradise. I really wish YouTube would not flag. I mean, I understand why people need to be paid for their intellectual property. Like, I get it. But at times like this, I really, really wish I could play something but not worry about getting flagged. But I really would love to play You're the One That I Love from Grease. We lost Olivia Newton-John today. She died at the age of 73 from breast cancer. She actually has been battling breast cancer. The article said for the last 30 years. I didn't realize it had been that long, but I did know that she had breast cancer and that, she'd been going through all of that. So I'm good getting over the night. Oh no, we're gonna keep you lifted in prayer, honey. Glad you're feeling better though. I'm glad you're feeling better. But yeah, so sorry to hear that. Unfortunate, but we definitely want to, I loved Olivia Newton-John. I remember Let's Get Physical. I remember Grease is actually one of my favorite movies. She did a couple of, early 80s. She was very, very, very popular. She's originally from Australia. And so, so that's that. And then we also lost Roger Mosley. He's the original, oh shoot. From Magnum PI. Oh shoot. I can see his face, but I can't think of his name on the show. But he's from Magnum PI. You received your Juvia's Place order from the sale. There you go. Listen, Juvia's Place need to make me a sponsor or something. Hey, Jonathan, what's up? Hey, boo. So we lost him. He was 83. TC, thank y'all. Thank you. TC, he's 80. He was 80 something. His family said he died from a car accident. So a car crash, I should say. So definitely, want to send loves and hugs to his family as well. I love the original Magnum PI, and I like the reboot. It comes on Friday nights. It's one of my little guilty pleasures. One of the shows that I watch that I don't have to worry about reviewing and all that. I just watch it and watch it. And I enjoy it. I really do. I like it. So, and he actually made a cameo in the first season. He actually made a cameo on the reboot. And I thought that was cool. A lot of them have made cameos. I mean, of course, not Tom Selleck. Although Tom Selleck is on CBS, I can see that CBS will be able to arrange it. But a couple of the characters from the original show have made cameos on the reboot. Nephew said, I cried hearing about her passing. I've been listening to her music for the past 2 weeks, and now I know why. Her Grace and Gratitude album is one of my favorites. Oh, I had to go back and I haven't. I might know songs off of Grace and Gratitude, but I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say I own an Olivia Newton-John album. I never have. But there are songs of hers that I like. Abby says Xanadu. I still remember Xanadu. Xanadu. I remember that song. Xanadu. Wasn't it about like a skating rink or something? I think I went to go see that when I was a kid. I think my godmother took me to go see it. And I want to say it was like stuff in it that she didn't know was gonna be in it. If she didn't want me to see it, I don't know. I remember something with Xanadu. I don't remember. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. So, but it was something about Xanadu that it was racy, or it was something about it that my aunt, my godmother was like, ooh, because when I used to stay with my godmother in the summer, I would stay with my godmother Monday through Friday, and I would go home Friday through Sunday. Because I mean, she lived 15 minutes from our house, but I stayed with her during the summer. And I remember, I want to say it was Tuesdays. Tuesdays, they had movies for like $1 or whatever the price was. Like if you got there Tuesday morning at like 10 o'clock or something like that. But it would always be like the movies that were getting ready to go out. You know, it wasn't any of the current movies. And I remember we used to go I want to say it was either Tuesdays or Thursdays. I don't remember. But I remember seeing Popeye. I remember seeing some crazy movie with what was his name? The same dude from Popeye. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Robin Williams. It was a crazy movie. It wasn't Popeye, it was a different movie, but it would be like the weirdest movies. But of course, like I said, they were the movies that, you know, they were getting ready to get rid of. But anyway, he was on Hanging with Mr. Cooper. He was Coach Ricky. You know what? I would watch Hanging with Mr. Cooper when I was home. It came on Friday nights, and I would watch it when I was home. But that was before the days of DVRs and stuff like that. And either you was home to see it or you wasn't. I don't even think I was VHS and stuff at that time. Now, sometimes later on I would, program my VHS, but that wasn't one of the things I would program my VHS for. So because my girl Nell Carter, I found out, was a regular on Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and I didn't know that because I didn't watch it regularly. I didn't know she was a regular on the show. I love me some Nell Carter. Like, I love Nell Carter. Her story always made me sad. Her Hollywood story always made me sad. But I love me some Nell Carter, child. She was so talented. So talented. Anyway, you said now you got to rewatch Popeye. Child, I ain't seen Popeye in probably 30 years. I have not seen it in probably 30 years. But we definitely, once again, we've lost some great talent. Sorry to hear it. Sorry to hear it. Okay. Nicki Minaj will be receiving the Vanguard Award at this year's VMAs. She is set to perform, and she will be doing the Vanguard. She will be performing and we're receiving the Video Vanguard Award at this year's VMAs. Let me say this to y'all, and I don't care what nobody say. This is my opinion, and either I'm going to be right or I'm going to be wrong, because at the end of the day, one thing for sure and two things for certain, everything comes out in the wash. I think Nicki Minaj is pregnant. Now, I know that after she performed a couple of weeks ago, videos, I think it was the Essence Fest, videos of her went viral, and she said first she was clowning and said she was pregnant, and then she came back later and was like, then at the end of the video she was like, no, I'm just fat. I think she's pregnant. Now, I could be wrong, y'all. Lord knows I don't know that woman. And the only reason why I say that I think she's pregnant is because she looks like and listen, I'm not fat shaming nobody, because it ain't nothing wrong with putting on a few pounds. I think being entertainment and Hollywood puts too much pressure on people to feel like they have to have a perfect body all the time. So please understand that I'm not fat shaming nobody. And if she ain't pregnant and she really just putting on weight, then baby, do you. Enjoy your life. Eat what you want to eat, child. But it looks like she's gotten bigger since Essence Fest. And at the performance, she had a fanny pack over her belly. And it looked like she was very self-conscious about her belly. If you watch clips of that performance, she had a fanny pack on, and then it looked like she was very self-conscious. Now, some would say, why? Hey, Tabitha, mwah, what's up, love? How you doing? I'm having a good day. I hope you had a good day too. I saw my Whiskey Bear. I see Whiskey Bear has made his TikTok debut with his little cute self. Now, some people would say that, why would she put on a fanny pack? Because that would draw more attention to her belly area. But I say she's covering it up. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, though. I think she needs to grow up. She talks and tweets like a 17-year-old. Man, you're 45, do better. Who are you talking about? Nicki Minaj? You talking about Nicki Minaj, Mims? Good for her for the award. I don't like her enough to care if she made the same mistake twice with that husband of hers. Listen, all I'm saying is, and only reason why I feel, and some people would say, well, why would she lie about it? Blah, blah, blah. Listen, especially when it comes to celebrities, they have different reasons for saying what they're going to say and how they're going to say it. I remember Jennifer Lopez denied being pregnant with twins until the twins damn near fell out her belly. Like, I remember that. She literally was on stage and was with her husband at the time, Mark Anthony. She clearly had on a dress that was covering up her belly. And she literally gave birth, like, I'm not even exaggerating, y'all. She literally gave birth like 2 months later, 3 months later. And she was on stage and was like, if I were pregnant, wouldn't I tell my fans? Like, she literally was like, I'm not pregnant. How you was pregnant with twins? She said she was pregnant, but then she was like psych. She said like she was playing, but I don't think she was playing. I think she said it, and then I think her management was like, but that's my opinion. Nikki is a Sagittarius. Sometimes we lie for the greater good of the people. I didn't say she was pregnant, Xavier. I said I think. That's my opinion. I think, you know what, Mims? I feel like Nicki Minaj, I do feel like she needs to grow up. I feel like she definitely has some very immature tendencies. I agree. I do agree. I agree with you 100%. All right, so that's that. I feel like the VMAs is gonna probably be a good show. We have Nicki performing. We know that Lil Nas X has been nominated for a lot of awards. He's performing. Lizzo's performing. A couple of other people are performing. So I think it's gonna be a decent show. Decent show. Yeah. All right. Mike Tyson is very upset. Now, listen, I know Mike is old, but I still don't feel like I want to make Mike Tyson mad. Mike Tyson said that Hulu stole his story. He said Hulu asked him to participate, and he said no. And he feels like Hulu doesn't have a right to tell his story. And he said, I'm not your Nigger, and I am not a slave for you. I feel like I need to go to law school. Like, at this point, y'all, at one point in time, I wanted to be a lawyer, y'all. At one point in time, I did. I wanted to go to law school. I wanted to be an attorney. And I didn't. I did not go down that path. That's not the way that, that's not the way my life went. But I just feel like I need to go now. Because I feel like, sir, you are a public figure. Hulu has a right to make a story about your life, whether you choose to participate or not. It happens all the time. Abby said Mike is allowed to be upset. Why? Tell me why. What am I missing? Tell me what I'm missing. And the fact that they reached out to you for you to participate in your story, when doing biopics, reaching out as a courtesy, not a requirement. Exactly. And a lot of times, I mean, if they weren't interested in trying to be accurate in how they depicted your story, they wouldn't have done that. Now, don't get me wrong. Mike Tyson has a very complicated story, and there are things that, I mean, you definitely want to get it right. You definitely want to, from where I from where I sit, you want to be respectful in telling somebody else's story. I agree. But from a business standpoint, Abby gonna tell me why Mike got a reason to be upset. No, he's allowed to be upset. Let's be clear. He's allowed. Listen, people have a right to their feelings. Everybody has a right to how they feel. You are allowed to be camera. You are allowed to feel however you need to feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's not a good feeling that someone is going to tell your story, a story that it sounds like he just didn't want the story told. Because if he chose not to participate with Hulu, it sounds to me like maybe he doesn't want the story told, or he had plans to tell his own story. Hey Diva, what's up? Because those are his feelings. Yeah, that's what I thought you. Because when I reread what you said, yeah, Mike is allowed. He absolutely is. He's allowed to be upset. He is allowed to feel however he needs to feel. He is allowed to stand in his feelings. You are absolutely 120% correct. Hey Diva, what's up, boo? Yeah, but all I'm saying is, from where I sit, it sounds like you had an opportunity to be a part of the conversation, to be a part of the story, and you didn't. He may not be ready to tell. Like I said, him being upset, he has a right to be upset. But you have to know, with the type of story you have, Mike, you have to know at some point somebody was going to tell it. You have to know that. I believe Mike has a movie in the works with Jamie Foxx playing him. He does. That's right. Jamie Foxx is playing Mike Tyson. He does. He absolutely does. And that might be what he's upset about, that Hulu is jumping the gun, But that's true. Yeah, he does. Sometimes the subject of biopics like to view their lives through rose-colored glasses. No, I think Mike Tyson is very fair about his story. He did a one-man show, and I really wanted to see it. Like, I really, really wanted to go up and see it, because he did it on Broadway for a while. And from the clips that I saw, he was very honest about a lot of his story. Now, I can't say he spoke on everything candidly. I'm not sure if he spoke on the assault as candidly. But he was very like the death of his child, his marriages. Like, he was very honest. Candid is the word. I don't want to say honest, because I can't say he was honest, but he was very candid about stuff. Now, I don't know what he said about the assault. So I don't know. I don't know what he said about the assault. They did this years ago with his movie on HBO. Yeah, I thought it was another movie done on Mike Tyson. Like, I didn't think this was the first movie. So why he's so mad with Hulu? I mean, maybe he feel like Hulu is truly butchering his story. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to figure out why he's so mad. He must feel like Hulu is really, really butchering his story, child. If he can't make money from it, that's a cause. Now, that's true. Xavier, I don't remember. I don't remember exactly. That's why I said I'm not saying he was honest. I'm gonna say he was candid. That's two different things. I honestly don't remember everything he said, but I remember seeing the clips, and he got real about a lot of stuff. He did. He got real about a lot of stuff. Hulu isn't doing a movie. It's a limited series. Well, yeah, but I'm just saying the same. I mean, not the same thing, but yeah, they're telling his story. I don't know. I'm just wondering why Hulu? Why he's so upset with Hulu? I don't know. But anyway, he is, y'all. He mad, y'all. He mad. Okay. What's up, y'all? You mad that you had to find your own tweets for tomorrow? I always find my own tweet. The Whether You Like It or Not panel will be on Yocrates's channel tomorrow. It was my week, but because I won't be here, it's going to Ya, and then Josiah, and then I'll do it when I'm back. Mike has sued over his name before. I need to do some more research, because now I'm curious. I want to know. I have to do some more research. If he's approving Jamie to play him in a movie, then he believes that is his true story, and Hulu is telling what they want people to know and believe. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And this happens a lot of times with biopics. That's why we end up with so many. Like, look at how many Whitney Houston stories we've had. Like, please let that woman rest in peace. Look at what happened with Aretha Franklin. We had the Jennifer Hudson version, and then we had the Cynthia Erivo version. You know, a lot of times what happens with celebrities is that people write books on their life, and then those specific books are optioned to make a movie. You have books that are authorized biographies, and then you have books that are unauthorized. And of course, usually the unauthorized ones are usually the ones that are the most salacious, because the subject of the book may or may not have given permission for that to be written. And so what happens is the books are optioned, not necessarily that person's story, but the book that was written, that book is optioned to make a movie or a docuseries or a limited show or whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so, like with Whitney Houston, there were different books written and different stories told, or screenplays written, and those were optioned. And so that's why we ended up with so many. The same thing with Aretha Franklin. The two versions of the movie were based on two different books. So the Cynthia Erivo version that came on in like an 8-part series, that was based on an unauthorized biography. And that's why it had a whole lot more details. That doesn't mean that they were true, but that's why I had a whole lot more details on there. And then the Jennifer Hudson version was Aretha Franklin approved screenplays. Yeah, child. How did you watch Beauty, that Whitney Houston nonfiction within the I didn't. Xavier. I haven't watched it. And I don't know if I will watch it, because I'm over it. Like, I don't need to see another Whitney Houston story about nothing. Like, I really don't. I don't mean no harm. I don't mean no disrespect, but I don't need to see another Whitney Houston story. I just don't. I really don't. I don't watch the Atlanta, but I know Mama Joyce ain't ish, so I'm okay with her being dragged by her dentures, child. Yep, that happened with Tina Turner once she sold the book to Disney. That was it, which is Tina said the book wasn't true. Hey, Cash Apps and BS. Okay, wait a minute, Leo Brown. Yep, that's what happened to Tina Turner. Once she sold the book to Disney, that was it. Tina said the book wasn't true. I know she said it was things in the movie that weren't true. But the book, didn't she write the book? Didn't she participate in that? But that's also when she was broke and she needed the money, so she might have just went along with it to get along with it, child. It says Mike sued Boxing Hall of Fame over Iron Mike merchandise being sold. Good. He should. That's why I love autobiographies. Tell your own story. I hope Jennifer Lewis does a movie about her life. I heard the book. The book is good. The book is so good. Yes, the book is so good. Yeah, Leo. And that's the other thing, too. Once you sell the book, if you do not write in there that you have creative control or that you're some sort of a producer or something like that, you don't have any control of what the studio does after that. You sold it as is, and they get, they call it creative license or what have you. And I know, like, for example, Tina Turner said that probably the most infamous scene from the movie itself, which was the scene where, she was in the booth, and, if you saw the movie, you know what I'm talking about. When Ike came in there, and, when she said that never happened. But let me say this, and far be it for me to tell somebody what happened in their life, but let me say this. I read Tina. I find it very believable. That maybe that specific scenario did not happen. Like, it may not have been in the booth. It may not have been that dramatic, But I find it believable that Ike forced himself on Tina in the lifespan of their marriage. Now, that specific situation, may not have happened. But I find it very believable. You see what I'm saying? So people like to play word games too. Oh, that didn't happen. Okay, but did he ever force himself on you in the lifespan of y'all's marriage? You know what I'm saying? We have one more Whitney biopic starring Shanquay Martin. I don't want to see another one. Aretha's movie was an autobiography, and that's why I wasn't right. And the Cynthia Erivo one was a lot more detailed. I mean, the Cynthia Erivo one went all the way back to her daddy and the accusations against her daddy back in what was it, Tennessee or something like that, and that's why they had to leave and go to Detroit. You feel what I'm saying? So did I, baby. They interviewed everyone in that book. Yeah. I mean, I read the book, and I read the book before it became a movie. I read that book not years before it became a movie, but I read the book before the movie came out. And there's a lot of stuff in the book that they didn't put in the movie that I'm thinking was just as bad. Like they talked about how he stalked her. Like when she left him, it wasn't that simple when she left him. No, he stalked her. Literally, the house she was living in had a skylight. And she said literally one night he was on the roof looking through the skylight into the house. They had to cut all the lights off and call the police. So like that whole Ike situation wasn't that easy. It wasn't like, oh, they got into a fight in the limo and then, he just showed up that one night at her show and that was it. No. Ike was straight up stalking her. Mississippi. Okay, I knew it was one of the southern states. Mississippi. Thank you. I like Cynthia Erivo's version better too, only because it was a lot more detailed. A lot of stuff in the Jennifer Hudson version didn't make sense, but it didn't make sense because they cut so much out, and they cut so much out because Aretha Franklin didn't want it told. You know what I'm saying? Like Aretha Franklin was a part of that movie, and she approved a lot of what was in that movie, and stuff she didn't want in there, they didn't include. And so it made a lot more sense. Cynthia, and again, that doesn't mean it's all true, but it made more sense. Like in the Jennifer Hudson version of, y'all know I did a video on this, right? Myself and the movie man, we did a whole video comparing Cynthia Erivo's version to Jennifer Hudson's version, and we had a whole conversation about it. Go and find it in the archives, in the playlist. It's there. It's under movie reviews. Go and find it. But like in the movie, like literally we would jump years. We went from Jennifer Hudson being 10, singing at her daddy church for the first time, to her being 20 with 3 kids. I said, well, what the hell? No, I'm sorry. We found out her pregnant with the first kid. And then it skipped ahead to her having 2 more. And I'm like, well, what the hell? Hello? Like, we ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about none of that. If Tina Turner was a part of her movie, it wouldn't have highlighted so much of the abuse. She thought it was re-traumatizing. And I can understand that. The original script of the movie goes more in depth about the stalking, but it was cut from the film. I wonder if they ever actually filmed it. I don't know. I think Tina let him take creative liberty, but she protected Ike some and didn't allow some things. I agree. She did. I agree that she did. I can remember he was outside the club sitting in the car with flowers after Tina and her dancers were singing Disco Inferno. Yep. And I think that scene was put in there to show that he still sort of stalked her after, but the book, it's way more detailed. I mean, it was bad. In the book, it was really bad. He beat up the son. That's how like I think that might have been in the movie. I think that was in the movie. Anyway, but yeah. So I'm not saying that Mike Tyson can't be mad, because it's your story. And it's a lot of your story that I'm sure Mike Tyson does want to be able to tell. Thank you, y'all. That's the link right there, y'all. Thank you, boo. My mom's be on it. Hey Zara, how you doing? But so I'm not mad at, well, I ain't mad at all, but I understand why Mike Tyson would be upset. Especially if he has his own project coming out. Because I do remember seeing pictures of Jamie Foxx as Mike Tyson. Y'all know how Jamie Foxx is. When he takes over a role, baby, he takes over a role. Yep. All right, so let's see. That's that. Teresa Giudice got married on Saturday in allegedly $1 million Bravo studded event, because I ain't gonna say it was star studded, but it was Bravo studded, meaning there were a lot of Bravo stars there from across the franchises. I don't think Andy was there though. I know he was invited. I'm sure he was invited. Kyle didn't go. She was invited, but she wasn't able to make it. But Chanel Anand from the Real Housewives of Dubai was there, so she traveled from Dubai. We know that Phaedra, Cynthia, and Kenya were there from Atlanta. Some of the New York ladies were there, and of course, all of the New Jersey people there, except Melissa and her husband. We're gonna get to them in a second. The pictures have surfaced. Listen, hey, Miss Toby, I'm glad you're here. Miss Toby, don't go nowhere, because I got something I was gonna call into DKL earlier, but I was out and I couldn't get on there. I want to talk to you. I want to say something to you. Nothing bad. But I'm glad to see you, Miss Toby. Not feeling her husband flaunting a far right t-shirt the next day. Who, her new husband, or you talking about her new husband or her ex-husband, called Cali Girl? And what did it say? Because I didn't even know. What did the shirt say? The $1 million went into that hair she had on her head. Child, listen. Let me say this to all of y'all. And this is about to be a stereotype. This is about to be... Right. I was so shocked at how Chanel Anand looked. I'm like, not Miss Fabulous herself, not Miss... I'm going to wear a gown with a train on it to lunch. I just knew she was going to... Listen, she didn't... I agree with you on that. She ain't look great. I didn't think she looked good at all. But a lot of people are talking about Teresa's hair. Now, this is getting ready to sound very like a stereotype, and it might even offend some people. So let me apologize ahead of time, because I ain't trying to offend nobody. Why y'all shocked? She's a Jersey girl. Y'all are shocked that she had all that hair, that big hair. That's what y'all are shocked about. Of all the things that y'all could be shocked about, y'all were shocked that woman had that big hair. She is a Jersey girl with an Italian heritage. What did y'all think? Like, really? I was so not shocked. I was so not shocked. I was like, listen. Them Jersey girls, listen, Teresa Giudice is the same person that probably in the 1980s had fucking Aquanet out to here and up to here, right? She's probably the same one that had the Aquanet stiff. Her hair was probably like this, and it was feathered out to here and spritzed up to here. Listen, I was so not shocked. Teresa is extra, and in my opinion, Teresa is tacky. I'm sorry. Teresa is tacky. Out of all of the franchises, and I mean out of all of the franchises, I'm going to include Dallas into this one. Out of all of the franchises, to me, the New Jersey girls are the most plain. And I've said that before. Because I just started watching New Jersey. This is my third season watching New Jersey, so I'm new to it. But after watching Beverly Hills, after watching Potomac, after watching Atlanta, and then I'm watching New Jersey, and these ladies come on camera with no glam. They come on camera, they wear the same stuff over and over again. I think last season, Dolores carried the same purse the whole damn season. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because that's how real people live, right? Real people don't change their purse with every outfit. Real people don't wear a different outfit every single day. Like, real people don't do that shit. We wash our clothes, we wear the same thing over and over again. Y'all probably done seen this orange polo shirt 500 times. Because I got a washing machine in my basement, and I wash my clothes, and I wear it again. And so it's nothing wrong with that. But when you compare them to the other franchises. The first time I was looking at the Real Housewives of New Jersey and I saw Marge film a whole scene and no glam, I said, what the? And I remember saying it. I said that to Yocrates and I said it to Lil Baby, because we used to do them. Y'all know we used to do our Real Housewives of New Jersey reviews. I was shocked. Because remember, I started watching the Real Housewives with the first Real Housewives show I started watching was, I've been watching Atlanta from the beginning. And even in the early days of Atlanta, they weren't as glam as they are now, but they were already glam. Remember, they were already living this lifestyle that they couldn't afford. You know what I'm saying? They were already doing all of that. And it's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, that's how real people live. But I'm just shocked. So when I look at Teresa, like, to me, Teresa is tacky. A lot of what she wears, I would never wear. You know what I'm saying? Like, her wedding, from what we've seen of the wedding, like, I'm not surprised at any of it. She was over tanned. You know what I'm saying? She was over tanned. Her hair was to heaven. She had that dress that I didn't think her wedding dress was all that cute. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you. New Jersey is not my favorite. I liked it in the beginning, but they aren't my favorite. I'm shocked that people consider these people celebs. I don't consider them celebs. Remember, I said Bravo celebrity. I ain't say celebrity. Remember when she used to be dark makeup, cheetah print, and bag hair season. She came a little ways. You could tell me she don't have a beehive and wore polka dots in the pop. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Pump it up in ISO Plus. Listen. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. You can find some old pictures of me. Now back in the 80s when I had them hard curls, and you could cut your hand on my damn curls. I spritzed to death. Do you hear me? I was shocked that her dress was cute. It wasn't my favorite, but the dress wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible, but it definitely wasn't my favorite. The new husband, it's the Lions Not Sheep brand. They're a MAGA far right organization. Yeah, I didn't catch that, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at her husband at all. Not surprised at all. Listen, the worst thing that's going to happen out of this, in my opinion, and I don't wish bad on nobody, child. I don't wish bad on nobody. But, I don't know if she ended up changing her mind, but last we heard, she wasn't getting a prenup. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. That's all I'm going to say about that. Because I don't wish bad on nobody, but they use ISO Plus to tan. You mean, what was it? Sun Up. Didn't they used to use Sun Up or Sun In or something like that to tan? Really, let me find out. You used to wear French rolls with the paper curl and on the side. I sure did. Don't let me Listen, don't let me find no old pictures. I sure did. I used to have the hard curls. I had matter of fact, I was with my cousin. I was with my best friend Saturday, and we pulled out some old pictures Saturday. And one of the pictures had my asymmetric in it. Sure did. I had an asymmetric like this, high on this side, low on this side. Look, child, shaved in the back. I used to wear them French rolls. I used to wear hard curls. I sure did. I used to wear crimps. I used to wear the big waves, the big crimps, not the little crimps, but the big wavy crimps. I sure did. Mm-hmm. Girl, that man is going to take her to the cleaner. It's going to be ugly. When that thing turns, it's going to be ugly. I think she got a 4-part wedding special, so we're going to get a chance to see all that went down. Now, we do know that Melissa and her brother did not come to the wedding at the last minute. They had a fight. Allegedly, some rumors were started. Yep, waterfall ponytails. I had all of that. I don't know, Zara. People get caught up in that emotion, honey, and they get caught up in, they get lost in emotion. Shout out to Lisa Cold Jam. Lost in emotion. I don't know. Whatever, Socrates. Stop. Y'all stop spreading that lie. But allegedly, this is what I understand, and this is coming from Up and Adam, so gotta give credit where credit is due. From my understanding, this season they've already finished filming season 13. So season 13 is a wrap for New Jersey. And then of course Teresa got a wedding special, so they're gonna probably run it back to back. But hell, they might not even be together no more by the time the damn wedding special come out, because it's gonna be at least about 4-5 months, child. Anyway, moving on. So the Lois's ex-best friend starts a lot of trouble. I mean, not the Lois, Marge. Marge's ex-best friend starts a lot of trouble this season. Marge and her ex-best friend fall out. And the ex-best friend, because she's upset, angry, hurt, whatever, all those emotions wrapped in together, she proceeds to let everybody know everything Marge has ever said about them. And there's a lot of rumors, there's a lot of stuff that's been said, and a lot of it, all this, from my understanding, a lot of what happens this season goes back to Marge and this woman who, I think Marge was trying to block her from being on the show, but she got on the show anyway, whatever. So one of the rumors was that Marge said that her and Melissa were in New York doing press one weekend, and that Melissa ended up making out with some dude, and she actually gave the dude's name and everything. So the best friend told Jennifer. Jennifer told Teresa. Now, allegedly, Teresa said, I don't believe it. It's not true. And Teresa didn't want the rumor to be on camera. She didn't want them talking about it on camera. She didn't want it filmed on camera, allegedly. Somehow or another, it came out on camera. And there was an altercation between Joe Gorga and Teresa's new husband. And after that, that is when they decided they were not going to come to the wedding. It was a last minute decision. And it wasn't the way it was reported. It wasn't like this was planned. Like Joe and Melissa were supposed to be at the wedding. So, child. Now that's the short version of the story, child. Why is Trace still filming with them and go cut out the whole reunion? And got cut out the whole reunion. Child. Some better than none, I guess, child. Some is better than none. So anyway, that's what allegedly happened, and that's why they wasn't there. Like I said, they've already done filming season 3. Y'all know how this goes in the Bravo world. If there's a story there, they're going to start filming next week, child. So season 14 is going to probably start filming in another week or two so they can get this fresh and get this story fresh. Either that or they're going to splice this into the wedding special. They'll find a way to splice it into the wedding special. You know that. I know Joe and Teresa's parents are rolling in their graves, child. I think this is going to be Melissa's last season. It's going to be one of their last seasons. It's either going to be Melissa or Teresa's. It's either going to be Melissa's or Teresa's last season. It ain't going to voluntarily be Melissa's. They're going to have to fire Melissa. Melissa ass ain't quitting. Her and her husband love the attention way too much. And at this point, low key, I think they need the income. But, that's my opinion. I don't know if that's my opinion. All right. And I want to go into this because I know Miss Toby is still here. And I know she spoke on this earlier today on Duchess Kelly Love's channel. That's a content creator. I can go check him out. Potomac has finished filming. I believe the final scene was at what's her name? Candace's album release. Candace had an album release party, and that was the final scene. Yeah. So let me give y'all an update on the Philly Field situation, because I've had some people in my comments. I've had some people responding to the video I did on Saturday. So for those of you who were not here on Saturday or you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a content creator. Her name is Philly Field. She is being sued by Miss Robbie. If y'all don't know who Miss Robbie is from Sweetie Pies. Welcome to Sweetie Pies. And we know the whole situation with her and her son and her grandson. Her son is currently in jail awaiting charges for the grandson for allegedly setting up a hit for hire for the grandson. Now, to make a long story short, because I did a whole video on Saturday. If y'all want to get the whole backstory, y'all can go look at that. But just to bring everybody up to date, because all of y'all might not have been here on Saturday. She's being sued because Miss Robbie, she's suing her for defamation, I believe. And a lot of people are like, how can she be sued? It wasn't her. Somebody called into her show. Why is she responsible for what somebody else says? You can't be responsible for what somebody else says. I listened to the video. She didn't say anything wrong. She tried to stop the woman. She said allegedly, like I saw a lot of comments like that. Let me explain. And this is my opinion. Y'all know I didn't go to nobody's law school, okay? I ain't go to nobody's law school, but this is my opinion. And like I said, I am going to talk to Simone when I get back. If it's still a big story about doing a video and making sure that, you know, and see where I am with it. Here's the thing. Thank you, y'all. That's the video from Saturday. Here's the thing. This woman called in to Philly Phil's show. She made a lot of accusations about Miss Toby, about Miss Robbie and what happened or did not happen, what Miss Robbie's involvement is with her grandson's death and other alleged activities that Miss Robbie was involved in growing up in St. Louis. This woman says that, you know, she's in her same age group and that, you know, it's a small Black community back in those days, and everybody knew everything and everybody knew her dirt. She alleged that, you know, Miss Robbie was into prostitution and all kinds of stuff, but there was some very, very salacious accusations made as it relates to Miss Robbie actually being a part of what happened to her grandson. The woman even came right out and said Miss Robbie is a murderer, right? She point blank said it, and she said it more than once. Now, you can't control what somebody says on your platform. That is so true. But what I need people to understand is you can control what you do as a result of what somebody said on your platform. And what, in my opinion, what is going to get Philly Phil in trouble, or has gotten Philly Phil in trouble, it's not that phone call. That's not the call that got her in trouble, right? Because on that phone call, she did say, this is all alleged. She did say, I can't say that any of this is true. She did try to redirect the woman and try to fix up what the woman was saying. That ain't my problem. And I don't think that's the problem in this lawsuit. It's the next video, not the very next video she did on her channel, but the next video where the woman called in again, right? That's the video that I think, in my opinion, this is me, is going to get that woman in trouble. Because in that next video, this woman calls in again. The woman called in again, and what Philly Phil said was, everything you said checked out. You were spot on with everything you said. And the woman said, I know. I told you I was telling the truth. And the woman and Philly Phil said, you sure were. You were telling the truth. That's what's going to get her in trouble. People are focusing on the phone call, on what the woman said on that phone call. That ain't the issue, in my opinion. In my opinion, that's not the issue. The issue is when that woman called back in and Philly Phil said, everything you said was true. Child, hold on a minute. Hey, what's up? I'm live. What's up? Four? Okay. 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 Girl, bye. Where my baby? All right. Of course it is. All right. Well, I am live right now. People are literally watching me while I'm having this conversation with you. But your son, your son, your son has way too much energy, and I'm not sure what to do about that. He, the boy wore the yeah, but well, that's what you well buy then buy, huh? What? No, I'm not. I'm leaving tomorrow. That's why I thought you were calling me for something important. Bye. I'm sorry, y'all. That was my sister. And my sister talked more than I do. I really thought she was calling me for a reason. I thought she was telling me this story to get to the end because it was something on the other end of the story, but it was nothing on the other end of the story. Like, I really thought she needed something because she was like, well, let me tell you. She said, well, I ordered this. I thought, I'm going to be honest with you, I thought she needed some money, is what I thought she needed. And I was like, get to it. Because you know how when people call you to ask you for money, they got to tell you the whole story about why they need the money. So that's why I was like, okay. All right. I was waiting for her to get to it. She's like, oh, I just thought you would find the story funny. Anyway. Because she was talking about how she ordered something from Amazon and they sent her 4 instead of the one that she ordered. They sent her 4. So I was thinking she was going to say they charged me 4 times and my card, they ran. I thought that's where she was going with the story. But no, they basically just sent her 4 for the price of 1. And I was like, well, take the blessing and move on. You need something. Did you finish packing your bag? Oh, you talking about my sister? I need something. Did you finish packing your bag, child? So yes, yeah, I'm finished packing everything except for my carry-on. I have my 2 suitcases are packed. It's my carry-on that I'm still finishing up. So that's the thing. That's what it is, and that's the part. Like, people were in my comments and they were like, "You can't control what people say on your platform." Da, da, da. You're right, you can't. But like I said Saturday, in my opinion, she needs to take that second video down. The second video where she says, "Yep, everything you said is true," and that's why I keep telling people, stop talking in absolutes. Excuse me. Stop using everything all. Because when you say everything and you say all, then what you're doing, because I don't think that she was saying that she agreed with the fact that Miss Robbie was all these things. I don't believe that's what she was saying. I believe what she was saying was that a lot of what that woman said, she was able to verify. Like, if you go back and listen to that call, the woman talked about specific places and specific events happening in specific places, stuff that can be verified with police reports and stuff that can be verified by going through, certain, go through the records. I really think that's what she meant, but that's not what she said. What she said was everything you said checked out. Well, that woman called Miss Robbie a murderer. And that woman said that Miss Robbie was in on the plot with Tim to take care of the grandson. So when you say everything you said checked out, you're saying that those statements are true. And you have no way of verifying. You can't say that those statements are true. And so that's the part where I was saying I think she's in trouble. And when I say in trouble, like, she needs to just take the damn videos down. And Saturday, Kenneth was saying that you have to send a cease and desist first. I think she got a cease and desist because she did a video earlier today or yesterday, and she won't say Miss Robbie's name, and she won't let any of her callers. She's still taking calls and stuff, but she won't let any of her callers say Miss Robbie's name. So I do feel like she got a cease and desist because she won't say Miss Robbie's name at all. She'll only speak about the people around it, but she will not say her name, and she won't let her callers say Ms. Robbie's name. So I believe she did get a cease and desist. You're right. You can't stop them talking on the show, but you can mute them or hang up or disconnect. Yeah. And you can edit it out. Like, the thing is, you can edit that stuff out. You can put that video on private. You can cut it up however you need to cut it up, and then you can re-upload it. Like, content create, YouTubers do it all the time. YouTubers do it all the time. You know? So again, it's nothing against Philly Phil. Like I said Saturday, I'm just reporting what's out there. But I in my opinion, now, on the flip side, Miss Robbie has to show damage, right? Part of defamation is that you suffer damage. But at the end of the day, that's not going to be hard. This video now has over 200,000 hits. All she has to be able to show is that she lost some sort of revenue as a result of that video. If her sales go down at her restaurants, especially her restaurant that's in St. Louis, if her sales start going down, that's damage. If her ticket sales to her concerts, I didn't know Miss Robbie was still performing, but apparently she does still perform. If her ticket sales start going down, now it don't matter that we're in the middle of a whole recession and it's all kinds of inflation and everything else going on. It don't matter. She could show loss, and her lawyers will say, "Well, the video came out on such and such day, and the revenue for that quarter in her restaurant sales dropped 10%, 20%." You know, Randomness of Veil was reading the comments, and folks have been stating that Miss Robbie, blah, 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 blah. Really be, I always put at least one foot, if not both of my bags. I always put at least, if not one, both of my bags into another larger luggage to be able to bring home my travel shopping. Well, that's what so I'm taking 2 suitcases, and I packed very loosely. Like I packed very loosely in both suitcases, specifically for that reason. Yeah, I definitely do. I do the same thing. And you missed my live. You're a member, but you gotta go back and look. Zara, I did a live yesterday for members only while I was packing. I also have a bag, one of those tote bags that folds up into a little carrying case. I always take that with me. So and it's I could use it as a carry-on. So if I ever need to just stuff, some clothes or something, my dirty clothes or whatever in that bag, so that it can free up room as well. Yeah, I do that too. Off topic, FBI executes warrant on Trump's Mar-a-Lago. Ooh, hold on, y'all. Let's look at this. I'm finna watch those videos because that has given me the idea for a movie. Let me go pitch it to Lifetime. Well, you better go ahead and pitch it to Lifetime. And listen, when you get that Lifetime check, let me know how that work out for you, boo. All right. Lord, not the Lord done took Sandy. I just saw Abby, you so stupid. Abby sent me a text with Olivia Newton-John, the announcement talking about the Lord done took Sandy. I can't do this with Abby. I cannot. All right. Let me go to CNN. Let me go to trusty CNN. FBI executes search warrant at Trump's Mar-a-Lago, former president says. He said it? Let's read it. This is coming from CNN, y'all. Trump declined to say why the FBI agents were at Mar-a-Lago, but the former president said the raid was unannounced and they even broke into my safe. They ain't break into your safe if they had a search warrant for your safe, sir. My beautiful home, Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida, is currently under siege, raided and occupied by a large group of FBI agents. Not my beautiful home is under siege. Xavier, we talked about that at the beginning of the live. Yeah, Olivia Newton-John passed away today. Child, I can just hear him now talking about his beautiful home. Child, bye, boy, bye. But yeah, Miss Toby, I was gonna call into DKL's, but I was listening while I was out running errands, and by the time I was behind by like maybe 10 minutes. And by the time I said, and you know how DKL is, he'll be like, we was talking about that 10 minutes ago. Really, B? Why you calling it now? Y'all had already changed the topic. Right, Kia. He said unannounced like the FBI supposed to call ahead. Sir. That is cracking me up. Sir. The FBI does not have to give you he's my beautiful home. He said by a big group of FBI agents. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That is cracking me up. That is giving me a good chuckle. Whoo! I need y'all to know that is giving me a good chuckle, y'all. Oh, that's funny. He said, my beautiful home. Hey, Lamar. Thank you, boo. I guess that's how everyone felt the Capitol. Child. Oh, God. Okay. All right. Let me get back to this. Whew. Okay. Okay. Now let me do it. Let me clear up another situation. There's been this viral tweet that's going around. Let me read it to y'all, and then I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit because y'all know I love y'all, and I just don't want y'all to be one of these people going out here repeating information that's not necessarily accurate. So here's the tweet. I've seen celebrities tweeting this, and of course, once a celebrity says it, it must be true. Brittany Griner, 31-year-old American, convicted smuggling 0.07 grams of THC into Russia on a trip to play basketball for a Russian team. Sentenced to 9 years and fined 100,000 rupees in 2022. Audrey Lorber, 19-year-old American, found guilty of smuggling 17 grams of THC into Russia while on a family vacation, released after a 2-month detention and fined 15,000 rupees. But what I found interesting when I saw this tweet, what I found interesting was they put the year that this happened to Brittany Griner, but they didn't put the year that this happened to Audrey Lorber. So I went to the Google machine and I looked it up. Because, and this is like I've not tried to tell y'all, but like we've said over here, when we're talking about politics, it makes a difference when something happened. And just, it makes a difference. So had this happened at the exact same time that what happened to Brittany Griner, then we could be like, look at this. This is some bullshit. First of all, we already know this is some bullshit. So, yeah, rubies is Russian currency. Yes. We already know this is bullshit. So, do we really need to bring a compare and contrast as to whether the Russian criminal justice system wasn't fair to Brittany Griner? I think we can all agree that it wasn't fair to Brittany Griner. I think we can all agree that there are a lot of other elements in play here beside that she got caught with the illegal substance, right? But when you add in the fact that this happened to Audrey Lorber in 2019, it may not seem like a lot, y'all. But please, let's remember who was president in 2019. Donald Trump. Donald Trump and the president of Russia, Putin, they're buddies. They're cool. We know that Donald Trump allegedly made a lot of illegal business transactions with Putin, things that him and his administration were under investigation for. Him and his organization. We know that him and Putin were quote unquote allies, right? But what we also know is that the opposite is true today. Putin and Biden are not allies. Putin and Obama were not allies. Putin and Hillary Clinton were not allies. None of them got along with Putin. Remember, Obama put the whole damn Russian damn diplomats out of the country. He expelled them out of the country. So please, when we put this stuff out here and we want to try to compare and contrast, y'all, we gotta use the right perspective. Yeah, Lamar, we was talking about that. Yeah, we were. I really just got finished laughing about it, actually. But we gotta put this shit in perspective, y'all. Please stop just picking up on somebody's tweet and go, yup, see, that's not fair. Yup, that's not fair. It's not fair. I don't think anybody, well, I ain't gonna say anybody because it's somebody, but the people in this room, the vast majority of y'all, we know it wasn't fair what happened to Brittany Griner. We know that. But exactly, Zara, context matters. So, y'all, we can't compare something that happened under Donald Trump's administration with somebody that he was cool with versus what's happening now under Joe Biden with Putin. And also, you got to remember what's going on right now. Putin is in a whole war with Ukraine, and he's upset that the United States has been sending aid to Ukraine. Y'all know how many millions of dollars we've sent to help Ukraine? You understand what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to look at the context. So when I see people tweeting this, and I'm like, yeah, the context really does matter. Plus, exactly, Mama, Miss Mom G. The U.S. is currently shipping aid to Ukraine. Exactly, and there are sanctions. Thank you. All of that is important to understand as well. You good, Lamar? No, you good, babe. You good. Anyway, child. Now, again, we know that it doesn't help the case that Brittany Griner is a Black gay woman. We've had that conversation. We've talked about that. But again, we just can't compare the two, in my opinion. But, I saw this a couple of times, and now a couple of celebrities have been retweeting it and posting it. And I'm like, y'all, please. But also, you have to be cautious when you see stuff like that. The fact that they put the year for Brittany Griner's case, but they didn't put the year for Audrey's case, that should have been like a ding, 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 ding. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me go check this. Anyway, child, moving on. Okay. I just wanted to bring that up. Okay. I got a few more things and then we're going to get out of here. Y'all know Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and Love and Hip Hop Miami starts tonight. Now, I'm going to try to work with y'all. I'm going to try to go on and give y'all some reviews on it. But, child. Yeah, all you can do right now is just pray for her and, pray for a good outcome, child. Okay. Oh, thank you, Lauren. Mwah. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. All right. Now, let me go back over here to the Real Housewives. We're going to talk about the Real Housewives, then we're going to talk about Melody of Martell's asses, then we're going to talk about Britney Spears. That's what else I got on my list, okay? Thank you. I wasn't crazy about it. Thank you. I wasn't sure. It was one of those things where after I left the salon, I was like, ugh, I don't know about this. I don't know about that color. But I wanted to do something light, and I ended up with this. And I was like, I don't know how I started off saying I wanted to do something light, and I ended up with this copper color, but thank you. So Cherie, Will Smith's ex-wife. Now, for those of us who know, child Cameron, I don't know how long I'm gonna try to hang in there with y'all, but if it's crazy, y'all know. Allegedly, Cherie, I keep wanting to say Cherie Whitfield, and it's not Cherie, but I forget her last name, but Will Smith's ex-wife, y'all know that she's like a friend to the show back on, over on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She's a friend to the show. She's friends with Garcelle. Now, allegedly, she has been accused of some things. First of all, people was complaining, saying that she was asking for donations down to the Twitter, that she was asking for Cash Apps donations down to the Twitter. Zambino, thank you, O Street. Thank you. Now, allegedly, she is under investigation. She is under federal investigation for selling knockoff purses at like 5 times the price of the purse. Now, she has one of those online boutiques. I know how these people got these online boutiques. She's got one of these online boutiques, and allegedly, she is selling knockoff designer bags at, they're not just, it's not just that she's signing off the knockoff designer bags, but she's selling them at 4 or 5 times the price that you can find them on, like, what's the DH Gate or AliExpress or whatever. Let's say you could find the purse on AliExpress for $20. Well, she done bumped up the price to $120 or $300 on her website. So she is currently under investigation, allegedly, by them alphabet people. So we're gonna see, child. We're gonna see. I don't know. Donation, nickel, donation. She is single, according to what she said on the podcast I was listening to today. Yeah, I think she's single. She may have been married to a pastor, but I think she's single. So I saw that Saturday, and I started to do a story on it, but I've been in and out all weekend, and I didn't really have time to get to it. Oh, because they didn't get the cut? Probably, child. Probably. She probably don't get no alimony checks anymore. That baby, listen, contrary to popular belief, depending on what your settlement is and stuff like that, alimony don't last forever. Depends. Again, it just depends. It depends. Is it the same thing British got arrested for? It might be. I haven't really read a whole lot on British's case. So the government doesn't want competition and scamming people, child. Y'all know if the government can't get their cut off of it, you know how they feel about that kind of stuff when they can't get their cut, child. She must, child. So anyway, I'll give y'all more info, but that's allegedly, like I said, that she's under investigation. I don't have a whole lot more details, but that's what the accusation is, that she is selling knockoff designer handbags, child. That's what they said. Melody and Martell Holt. Listen, I'm so sick of Melody and Martell's ass. So this weekend, Martell decided to expose, because, last week we found out that Martell was suing Melody for full custody. They had a court date, and word on the curb was that Martell showed up for court unprepared. He didn't have all his paperwork, and it just wasn't a good day in court for him. So I felt like maybe Martell felt like he had to respond. So Martell went on this long rant explaining why he was taking Melody for full custody. And his biggest reason is that he feels like he just wants the right of first refusal. Meaning, if Melody has the kids and it's her week, but she, for whatever reason, is traveling and she can't watch the kids, then rather his kids be with strangers or be with, her family, I guess. He wants to have the right of first refusal. And if he can't watch the kids, then, they could go to plan C. He says that, since they've had this custody agreement, that the kids have been watched by something, like he said, 20 something other people. And usually it's not family members, is what he said. Then he said something that I felt like was a little, I don't want to use the word homophobic, but I'm going to say ignorant. And it might be homophobic, but I'm going to say ignorant. He made a comment about the fact that Melody's brother and Melody's brother's husband have watched the kids, and he had a problem with that. And he said, it is, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with, with them being gay, but that's something that Melody and I agreed upon when we were married, that they wouldn't be allowed to watch our kids. Now, this isn't the first time that Martell said that Melody agreed about who should and shouldn't be watching the kids, and that her brother was not on the list. Remember, they had a whole fight about this before on the show. So this isn't the first time that Martell said that him and Melody were on the same page as it related to her brother and her brother's husband watching their children. And I do feel like that's a little, like I said, it's definitely, yeah, I would say homophobia, but, I ain't want to just be flinging that word around and accusing people of it. But I would say that there is some, it's in there. It's in there. And I'm just going to say, oh, I thought my phone was ringing again, child. I'm just going to say this. So then Melody responded today, and basically her response was a non-response. She said, listen, I've been out traveling. I've been busy. I really ain't been paying attention to social media, which is a lie. Melody, you ain't gonna sit here and tell me that your phone didn't blow up and everybody and their cousin didn't tell you what Martell said down to the social media about you and the custody. But whatever, child, live in your world. But basically her response was, I'm not going to respond. Like, I'm not, she said, if and when I respond to this, it will be, later on, once the situation has been resolved. I feel like, once custody has been resolved, then maybe she'll speak on it. But she said, I've chosen not to speak on my children. I've chosen not to speak on what's going on the show or off the show or in interviews. And, that's just where I am right now. I'm paraphrasing, y'all. It was a long ass 2-paragraph statement. I'm paraphrasing because again, I don't have the energy. I just don't have the energy. This all I'm gonna say, y'all. I'm exhausted with the two of them. At the end of the day, the kids are the ones that are in the middle of this bullshit. Y'all have 4 children that are involved in this bullshit. That at some point somebody's got to just grow the fuck up. And I'm not blaming nobody, and I'm certainly not taking sides. Let's be clear, because y'all know how I feel about Melody, but I don't have no love for Martell. So let's be clear about that. But at the end of the day, it's just exhausting. I understand both sides of this coin. If with the issue as it relates to who's watching the kids. I'm not talking about all of it. I understand where Martell is coming from to say, listen, if you can't do it, I will do it. I don't want my kids with people in and out the house. I don't want my kids being watched by strangers. I don't want my kids around a bunch of people that I don't know. But on the flip side of that, when Melody has custody, she has custody. What she does, that's not your concern. She has custody. Those are her children. Martell went to court unprepared to get her finance documents. Also, if she said she wasn't reading what was said, that's her way to counteract what he's trying to use in court. It's not Melody. Huh? I'm not sure I understand what you're saying, Callie girl. Martell went to court unprepared to get her finance documents. Also, if she's saying she wasn't reading what was said, that's her way to counteract what he's trying to use in court. Okay. I'm not sure. When you say it's not Melody, I'm not sure. I'm okay. I don't understand, but okay. I told you guys the story once before about my cousin and his ex-wife when she sued him for full custody, and that was the argument she tried to use against him because he was a firefighter. And you guys know that firefighters work like 3 days on, 3 days off, or 4 days on, 4 days off, however their schedule is. And per their custody agreement, sometimes he had the kids while he had to work. And so he had a full-time, it wasn't a nanny, it was really our cousin, he was an older guy, our cousin who, the whole family knew him, he was our cousin, was living with him, and he helped him with the kids because they did every other week, I think, too, or every 2 weeks or something like that. But if his time carried over into when he was at the firehouse, then our cousin will watch the kids, get them to school, all that good stuff. She took them. Hey, Kelly, thank you. She took him to court. And I think I told you guys this before. He actually, the union actually paid his legal fees, because had she won that custody case, it would have set a precedent for pretty much firefighters all over the country. Any firefighter going through a custody agreement, a custody dispute, the attorney would be able to use this as a case to say, look, the state of Maryland said that. So his union actually paid for his legal fees to fight the case, because it would have set precedent if they would have said, oh, well, he gets to lose custody because he can't watch because of his work schedule. Because that's essentially what she was saying. Now, he didn't lose the case. He won his custody case. But it actually made the news locally here. It was on the news and everything, because it would have set precedent. And that's essentially what Martell is saying. Because your job keeps you away from the kids, then I should have full custody because you can't take care of them. That's essentially what he's saying. Hold on, let me see. It's a custody case. You have to show your financial documents. She turned hers in. He didn't. So now he knows her income, so he can go for child support, even under 50-50 custody. Oh, okay. That's what you were saying. Okay. That's when you work together and co-parent. They don't have that type of relationship. If you want to get along, guess what? You can't rage at her when you don't get your way. Exactly. That's his way of lashing out against Mel. He needs something to bitch about. Yeah. I am no Martell fan. No Martell fan. I never watched the show, but like it or not, they should stick to the rules. They agreed to raise their children when they were together. Well, if it ain't in writing, that's his word against hers at this point, and you know how that goes. Where's that wine at Martell? Oh, the wine is out. He released a commercial and everything for it. Now, where's the builder's licenses? Now, that's the question. Where's that builder's license, child? The problem is that these two individuals lie a lot, so possibilities rules. I think she should have a lose-lose. If she asks him, he'll weaponize that. Yeah. As for her statement, she's showing that she's unbothered by him to show the courts that there shouldn't be an issue, but he's making it one and taking it to social media. Okay. I just feel like she just needs to ignore him. Just don't acknowledge it at all. Don't acknowledge it. Like, but I understand, Yeah, so that's pretty much what's going on, child. The two of them are exhausting. They just are. And again, at the end of the day, I just feel like the people losing are the kids. The adults are playing games and the kids are losing. They're exhausting. They are absolutely freaking exhausting. All right, last but not least, child, let's get into this Britney Spears situation. Here's another situation. All of a sudden, Kevn Federline got something to say. Now, Kevn Federline, a couple of months ago, you was defending Britney. Now, all of a sudden, you came public talking about Britney. Her kids, her sons don't want to have anything to do with her because she's posing nude down to the social media. First of all, we didn't need to know that. Like, why you felt the need to make a public statement about what Britney's relationship is with her children. That's, to me, that was some real ignorant-ish. You ain't have to come down here and talk to us about it. You ain't have to tell us nothing about it because it won't our business. It won't our business. Now his son may need him to get custody. Whose son? Martell's son? Why? Whatever's in the agreement is all she has to do. If you want to change that, you have to go to court. If they were not cool, I don't call you. My ex and I only talk via email. Yeah. Yep. There's a movie about grandparents suing for custody because their estranged daughter-in-law worked outside of the home. It's an old movie. Yeah, and grandparents don't have any legal rights. Like, in most states, grandparents, unless they're a guardian, they don't have legal rights. They can't sue for custody and stuff in most states. Kevin's mad because child support. That's what a lot of people said in my comments. Child, a lot of people in my comments said that all of a sudden now he got something to say because he about to lose, because the boy's about to be 18. So child support, depending on how that child support order is written, nowadays, a lot of the child support orders are written into their 20s or until they're done with college. But, and then with the conservatorship being over, maybe he was getting some other money. Maybe he was getting, paid as far as some other things were concerned. And, maybe that's what he's talking about, child. The boys are 16 and 15. The gravy train is ticking. Not only the fact that they're 15 and 16, but remember, The conservatorship is over. And I believe he might have been getting a little extra something from that conservatorship. You know, that's not Kevn's story to tell. Let the boys tell their story. Exactly. Oh, she did. Oh, we're going to get to that. I'm about to. Now, that I will read you because, baby, then we talking about some classy reads, honey. So, what I like is that Brittany's husband responded. Brittany's husband said, sir. So let me read you what Brittany's husband said, child. Wait a minute. Brittany's husband said, to clarify, my wife has never posted a nude selfie except of her butt, which is quite modest these days. All other posts were implied nudity, which can be seen in any ad for lotion or soap. There is no validity to his statement regarding the kids distancing themselves, and it is irresponsible to make that statement publicly. The boys are very smart and will be 18 soon and to make their own decisions and may eventually realize the tough part was having a father who hasn't worked much in over 15 years as a role model. Kevn's gravy train will end soon, which probably explains the timing of these hurtful statements. I do not know him personally and have nothing against him aside from choosing to vilify my wife. His character is revealed by approval of the cruel 13-year conservatorship, and his loyalty to Jamie indicates his approval at time of his conception as well. Things that are now considered normal issues and behavior easily dealt with therapy or other ways were magnified to justify a 13-year prison sentence. Anyone approving of it is wrong for benefiting from it somehow. I will not comment on this matter again except to say I have a job. I have a job. Brittany's response was this. And in addition to what I said on my story, as their stepmom says, whatever is happening outside this home has nothing to do with this home. I would like to share the door to outside is a token to the white gates I've been kept from for 15 years. The conservatorship has only been over for 8 months. Being able to have cash from the outside world for the first time is extremely enlightening. We are equal now, as in even equality. Reminder that the trauma and insults that came with fame in this business not only affect me but my children as well. I am only human and I've done my best. I honestly would like to share my 2 cents. I daringly would like for the Federlines to watch the Big Booty video. Other artists have made much worse when their children were extremely young. During my conservatorship, I was controlled and monitored for nearly 15 years. I needed permission to just take a Tylenol. I should embark on doing way more than going topless on the beach like a baby. I'm not surprised that just as my family did their share of interviews, they will too. I'm not surprised at all with their behavior and their approach to what I've had to deal with. And Paris Hilton actually put a comment under this statement, and it says, "Love you, Angel. So sorry you have to go through this. Sending you so much love and support." Because at one point in time they were really good friends. Well, I don't know about really good friends, child. They hung out together, child. I can't say they were friends. Kevn has not worked for 13 years and now says the boys love their grandfather more, although he has a restraining order against her dad, child. And mind you, Kevn almost got them boys taken away from him because remember, Kevn became a hoarder and the city got involved. Oh, I ain't been following it that closely, to be honest with you, Cameron. I really haven't been following it like that, child. I don't know. But I just feel like this. Listen, if Brittany want to post a couple of crazy pictures, I think she's earned that right. Like she said in her post, the girl needed permission. Like her father had cameras in her bedroom. She needed permission to buy a pair of shoes. Her wardrobe lady had to lie so that the girl could buy a pair of shoes and could charge it to her her wardrobe account when she was in Vegas because she didn't have enough money to buy a pair of shoes. And we're not talking about Louboutins. It was like a pair of $30 shoes she wanted. And her wardrobe lady was like, I'll charge it to the tour so you could get the shoes. Like, child, bye. Anyway, leave that woman alone. Let her live her best life. The kids are old enough to make their own decisions. If they truly have issues with her, then that's something that the three of them and a therapist need to work out. I'm sure that those kids have some trauma. I'm sure she just bought her first iPad. Look at that. That's crazy. I'm sure that there's some trauma there. I'm sure that there's some hurt. I'm sure that there's some long-term impact of what has happened and that they've been told a lot of things from a lot of different people. Let them work that out. And I hope Brittany has a good therapist. I hope she has a good therapist for them children, and let them work out what they need to work out privately. But Kevin, ain't nobody even heard from you, sir. It wasn't no need for you to come and tell nobody nothing. Ain't nobody even heard from you. I remember that the house Brittany bought him, it was about to be red zoned. That's how nasty it was. And they still kept her boys from her. Child. I remember she couldn't even have a when she got her first iPhone. And you know, her phone is monitored. Like, it's crazy. I mean, child, a mess. Yeah, her family did her dirty. I can't wait for her book either. Child, we gonna read that book, baby. Oh, we gonna read that book. Nobody asked for Kevin to speak, Sam. Ain't nobody asked for that man to speak. He had old empty fish tanks with cigarette butt. Child. And he ain't worked in 13 years. He'll be homeless in about 10. Because let's see, the kids, I give him a couple of years after the kids turn 18. Depending on, yes, I'm bringing back the book club. Child, let's see. Depending on how the custody agreement is written, I mean, the child support agreement is written. Like I said, some child support agreements go till 21. Some go until the kids finish college. Depends on how it's written. But he'll be homeless in 10 years because he ain't worked. He don't have no income. And remember, when he was working, he was a background dancer. Who he dancing for? And remember, he got like 4 other kids. Child. I don't think he's been stashing money. No, I don't think he's been. No, because the money was coming too freely. I don't know him. I don't know him, but I don't think he's been looking at the big picture and saving money. No, I don't. Now, I could be pleasantly surprised, but no, I don't think so. All right, y'all, let me get out of here. It's almost 8:00. I will probably see you guys on the other side. Members, I may post from time to time. If I can go live, I will. I ain't promising nothing, but I will see you guys on the other side. Everybody be blessed, and I'll talk to y'all later. Mwah! Peace.